Black Ops 6 Zombies got its final seasonal update yesterday with Season 6. One thing on everyone's minds now that the DLC season is over is surely a super Easter egg is inbound. After waiting over 3 years since the last super Easter egg in Cold War, surely final season for Black Ops 6 Zombies was going to include the super Easter egg, and there is no super Easter egg in sight. So today we're going to talk about all the evidence that suggested a super Easter egg was coming to the game, what's likely happened, and find out from you, the community, your thoughts and feelings about this in the comments below. But if you've been completely out the loop from playing the Black Ops 7 beta or jumping into Battlefield 6 today, you may or may not realize that Season 6 for Black Ops 6 Zombies actually dropped yesterday on the 9th. It includes a brand new Haunted Havoc limited time mode, which includes a full Liberty Falls reskin, which I thought was admittedly quite cool, and I uploaded a full playthrough if you want to check that out after this video via the card that's appearing in the top right. But outside of that and one new whimsical gobblegum, there is absolutely nothing else coming to Black Ops 6 Zombies anymore. Black Ops 7 Zombies on the horizon in just 1 month's time. There was definitely an expectation from the community for there to be some sort of super Easter egg, even if it was something very small and minute. If we refer back to Black Ops Cold War, which got a super Easter egg a whooping 9 months after the final DLC release, wasn't anything crazy, but it did involve you having a purple rarity loadout weapon immediately upon any future game, which was very useful, and some unique emblem and calling card unlocks, as well as the Director Richtofen golden wristwatch. It didn't light a candle to any of the previous super Easter eggs that we've experienced in other games like Infinite Warfare Zombies as an example, but at least it was something. If you cast your minds back to the beginning of August, just before the release of The Reckoning, there was a creator call where in that call, I asked a question to Kevin Drew about there being a lot of discussion about the idea of a super Easter egg once this final map comes out. Can they give any answer or confirmation that there is one? And the answer that we were given was simply the words, no comment. But they are very excited to see players complete the main quest of The Reckoning when it comes out, and that once we complete the main quest, it will give a good indication of what's happening next. That alone led us to believe that there would be at least something, because they didn't fully deny that there would be a super Easter egg, they just refrained to comment on it. But the second part of that answer was clearly an indication of the Easter egg ending cutscene that led us to the events of Black Ops 7 with the reveal of that new version of our old crew. Some of us then led to believe that whilst there wasn't a super Easter egg immediately following The Reckoning, there was every chance that they could add one into the game either in the Reloaded update or in the final season as the sort of last main bits of content to come to the game before Black Ops 7. And alas, they haven't done that. Now, there has been many pieces of evidence, if you want to call it that, over the last few months and even years to suggest that a super Easter egg was going to come to Black Ops 6. The most recent besides the creator call was in the end of May, where Detonated posted an exclusive on a super Easter egg rewards being discussed during a recent Call of Duty Recon meeting. A very secretive club where people are able to give insight to Activision on various things as a focus group that are then rewarded with in-game items and stuff, but it's something that Activision has to invite you to, and the focus group agreed that unlocking universal Pack-a-Punch camos for completing all quests would be a reward many would want, and that the host noted it, but clearly nothing from this has come to any fruition. A lot of the community were expecting there to at least be something, because even though Cold Wars was very much a last-minute addition that didn't really add a crazy amount in comparison to other games and their super Easter eggs, it was still something. A reward as simple as potentially Director Richtofen as a playable operator, since we have the model within the game files now, and there are so many voice lines for Richtofen, but clearly, if that was ever a decision that was going to happen for Black Ops 6, it was reverted because we're getting Richtofen as a playable character in Black Ops 7. But the expectation for a super Easter egg was absolutely there, even if it was as forthcoming as Richtofen as a playable operator, which was very unlikely, to even something as minimal as getting the Pack-a-Punch camos as some unlockable camos to use on all base weapons. Or even just a repeat of what Cold War's super Easter egg was, just something that was rewarded in order for completing all of the Easter eggs within BO6, but it turns out that we have gotten absolutely nothing here. Now, I'd love to know your thoughts about this in the comments below, if you are disappointed, if you expected there to be a super Easter egg, or if you're just not really fussed whatsoever, because I think any of those thoughts are valid. But I definitely think it is a missed opportunity here and very disappointing. But clearly, what's probably the likely reason why we don't have a super Easter egg in Black Ops 6 is clearly because Treyarch are busy with Black Ops 7 zombies and just didn't have the time to really give enough time to flesh out and add a super Easter egg. The thing that is interesting though is that Treyarch are actually tracking Easter egg completions in Black Ops 6. They have been throughout, because we've obviously had the operator skin unlocks, which gave a little bit more credence to the idea that there could be something because the game is tracking it. But on top of that, Treyarch are going to be tracking your completions of Black Ops 6 zombies Easter eggs in Black Ops 7 because the operator skins from the Easter eggs are carrying forward. What if the lack of a super Easter egg in this game is because they are planning some gigantic one that combines both games' progress together? That of course is a potential, but a very unlikely one, to be honest. Now, summarizing all of this, where did people get the idea from of there even being a super Easter egg for Black Ops 6 zombies in the first place? Well, we mentioned earlier about that wording all the way back in August of 2024 for the Reckoning, but we need to go all the way back to mid-2022. Immediately following the release of the Cold War Super Easter egg, the director of Infinite Warfare Zombies, Lee Ross, chimed in to say that IW Zombies is the best Super Easter egg the franchise has ever seen, with Kevin Drew replying to that tweet famously saying, "You and your team set a very high bar, Lee, hoping to raise it next game in regards to Easter eggs." This reply got a lot of people assuming that with this all the way back in 2022, of course Kevin Drew back then must have been planning some massive super Easter egg to try and rival the super Easter egg that Lee Ross did in Infinite Warfare. But looking more closely into the wording, Kevin Drew never specifically said about the super Easter egg as the bar he was hoping to raise in his next game. All he said is that he hoped to raise the bar in regards to Easter eggs in the next game. Easter eggs being referring to side quests, main quests, and everything in between. That never necessarily meant about super Easter egg. However, it definitely set the expectation of there being some sort of super Easter egg in their next game. So I think it is unfair to say that people should feel silly for interpreting that tweet as associating it to a super Easter egg, as it was initially replied to a tweet about it. But like I said earlier, I genuinely think that Treyarch might have actually had plans to add some sort of super Easter egg rewards into Black Ops 6 Zombies, but due to the development of Black Ops 7 at the exact same time, they just didn't have enough time or resources to be able to put enough time into adding a sufficient super Easter egg. And I hope that if that is the case and they had to move on to Black Ops 7, that Black Ops 7 will truly have a really, really robust and super good super Easter egg, because Treyarch do not necessarily have a great track record of crazy super Easter eggs, and funnily enough, they also have a track record of having planned cool super Easter egg rewards that never ended up surfacing. We have leaks of other things in Black Ops 3 beyond the RK5, and then for Black Ops 4, there was a series of secret rooms on each map that would unlock with that super Easter egg that was scrapped. And then Cold War, the super Easter egg wasn't added for an extra 9 months after the game finished its year of support. With another Treyarch Zombies game literally on the horizon, I think it's near impossible to expect there to be a super Easter egg in Black Ops 6 Zombies, but I think we can at least be a little bit hopeful that there could be something for Black Ops 7 Zombies, but at the moment there really isn't any proof or concrete evidence to suggest that there even is going to be one. So I think for the meantime, I do think there is some benefit into doing all of the Easter eggs in Black Ops 6 Zombies just in case they do something for Black Ops 7 where it could be a double super Easter egg, where if you beat all of BO6 and 7, you get a really cool super Easter egg reward, but if you just beat 7, then you get a cool super Easter egg reward, but not quite on the same level as doing both. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section about that, and also what you think Treyarch could have done or should do for next year's super Easter egg potential in Black Ops 7. I'm seeing ideas of like a boss fight mode like we saw in IW, or even something as simple as just going back to the rewards that we got in Cold War. Let me know your thoughts on all of it in the comment section, but if you want to see that really cool Halloween limited time mode they've added to Zombies, you can check that out on your screen now. But if you want to see the first ever Battlefield 6 Zombies Horde mode gameplay, why not click this video that's appearing on the right of your screen? One of those videos I think you're going to love and YouTube thinks you're going to love, so why not click one of them?